Sex jokes. Two parents take their son on a vacation to a nude beach. The father goes for a walk on the beach and the son goes and plays in the water. The son comes running up to his mom and says, "Mommy, I saw ladies with boobies a lot bigger than yours." The mom says, "The bigger they are, the dumber they are." So he goes back to play. Several minutes later he comes running back and says, "Mommy, I saw men with dingers a lot bigger than daddy's." The mom says, "The bigger they are, the dumber they are." So he goes back to play. Several minutes later he comes running back and says, "Mommy, I just saw daddy talking to the dumbest lady I ever saw, and the more and more he talked, the dumber and dumber he got." Yo mama jokes. Yo mama is so fat, she got arrested at the airport for 10 pounds of crack. IT jokes. A computer engineer was asked by his 5-year-old son, "Dad, what is Windows 95? Well, ETA Euro trademark S32-bit extensions and a graphical shell for a 16-bit patch to an 8-bit operating system originally coded for a 4-bit microprocessor, written by a 2-bit company that can't stand 1 bit of competition." Money jokes. A man walks into a New York City bank and says he wants to borrow $2,000 for 3 weeks. The loan officer asks him what kind of collateral he has. The man says, "I've got a Rolls-Royce, keep it until the loan is paid off, here are the keys." The loan officer promptly has the car driven into the bank's underground parking for safekeeping, and gives the man $2,000. 3 weeks later the man comes into the bank, pays back the $2,000 loan, plus $10 interest, and regains possession of the Rolls-Royce. The loan officer asks him, "Sir, if I may ask, why would a man who drives a Rolls-Royce need to borrow $2,000? The man answers, "I had to go to Europe for 3 weeks, and where else could I store a Rolls-Royce for that long for $10? Black humor jokes. Why did Hitler commit suicide? He got the gas bill. Dark people jokes. A black Jewish boy runs home from school one day and asks his father, "Euro daddy, am I more Jewish or more black?" Euro the dad replies, "Euro why do you want to know? Son, Euro because a kid at school is selling a bike for $50 and I want to know if I should talk him down to $40 or just steal it." Euro. Little Johnny jokes. Little Johnny was walking down the hallway at school. When he reaches his classroom he looks inside and sees a sub instead of his regular teacher. Johnny sits down and the teacher says, "Euro now students, my name is Ms. Prussy. Not the other word, this word has an R after the first letter." Euro Johnny started laughing. An hour later he forgot her name and said, "Euro your name has an R after the first letter, is it Ms. Crunt?" Euro. Chuck Norris jokes. Wilt Chamberlain claims to have slept with more than 20,000 women in his lifetime. Chuck Norris calls this a slow Tuesday. Racist jokes. Q. How was copper wire invented? A. 2 Jews fighting over a penny. Sex jokes. A high school English teacher reminds her class of tomorrow's final exam. She tells the class that there would be no excuse for not showing up, except for a serious injury or illness, or a death in the student's immediate family. 1. Smart-ass jock in the back of the room asks, "What about extreme sexual exhaustion?" The entire class does its best to stifle their laughter and snickering. When silence is restored, the teacher smiles sympathetically at the student, shakes her head, and sweetly says, "Not an excuse. You can use your other hand to write with."